pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Stafford down to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
After the turnover, here's Murray.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for James Conner. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Room here to run. Past the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. To throw is Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, it's Connor. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. This one caught by, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, the Rams at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some space here. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 87 yards rushing for it, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fit?
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He's at the 40, the 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick six, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on fourth down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Rams and Cardinals, they met 3 times a season ago. They each won in the other's building in the regular season. The Cardinals 37-20 in Week 4, and the Rams in Week 14 on Monday night would win it 30-23. And then, of course, they would also meet in the first ever Monday night wild card game, the final game of the first Super Wild Card weekend. And the Rams kicked off their title run with a 34-11 win at SoFi. To throw, it's Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And
a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Van Jefferson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Well, a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play fake. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. On the return is Williams. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go again here with Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray a give. This is Connor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going up top for Cup. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great one.
Touchdown! 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To try again after the sack. Murray. To the catch made by Hopkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 151 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going right back to Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for L.A., the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles.